Now let's piggyback off of what Kevin's last demonstration was, and he did a great job describing the adjustments that you can make depending on how you're receiving a ball. In other words, the higher the ball is, the more square your racket can be. The lower it is, the more you've got to open the racket face or else the net is in the way. And so a way that I like to think about this in terms of like illustration is simply thinking, what can my racket face see? If I was literally standing behind my racket face and looking through my strings, can I see my target? And so from this position right here, if I was hitting an eye height shot and my target was that first cone, then I literally could hit directly at that target and close my racket face. So from up here, I can actually square my face and hit at my target. But if I lower my racket by just 6 or 8 inches, looking through my racket face now, the net is now in the way. This is why it's so problematic for players that have a step and punch framework for their volleys, and that's kind of the tool that they use for every situation and scenario. Because if Kevin gives me now a waist height ball, and I try to hit that same target directly and square, it's no longer accessible. The net is now in the way. And so this is a way that you can kind of simply think about what type of response does this shot need. The lower of a shot Kevin gives me, the more of an open racket face I need to have to be able to hit that target. And the higher of a shot he gives me, the more I can square my racket face and actually hit directly at it. And so for every height of ball that Kevin could possibly give me, or that my opponent could possibly give me, I need to be able to respond with a slightly different angle of racket face and a little bit slightly different amount of firmness or less firmness. And this is why there's so few great volleyers, is because not many people understand this nuance and they don't understand the response that's required. And by the way, we're just talking about shots that I'm receiving from this spot. If I hit a ball at eye height from no man's land, then that target disappears again. And so you have to not only be aware of what is the height that I'm making contact, but how close am I to the net? How far away am I from the net? So when you train your volleys for accuracy and precision, remember this kind of simple question. What can my racket see? What can my strings see? And if they can't see the target, you have to be soft.